Hey, it's Crown Talk time with Burgundy. I'm your host, Burgundy Mallory White. So that is my first time actually saying my full first and last name for the first time on Crown Talk with Burgundy. So as many of our followers know, I did get married this past year in September. So I am now Burgundy Mallory White. So it's no longer, it's Crown Talk time with Burgundy. I'm your host, Burgundy Mallory. It's now officially Burgundy Mallory White. I had a successful year and I'm so excited to be able to share all the exciting things that we have to offer with the Crown Talk brand this year. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Crown Talk with Burgundy YouTube channel season 1. We will discuss all things pageantry, the positive and the things that may be controversial on our YouTube channel. In addition, we will have live chats where we can answer all of your questions. So yes, I see over here where you can comment, you can ask questions, whatever you want on our show. Therefore, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can catch up on all of the shows on our YouTube channel. In addition, don't forget to follow our Instagram and our Facebook page at Crown Talk with BYRGUNDY. So again, welcome. We're so excited to have everybody here. Now, of course, I do have to have a little bit of a disclaimer on our channel. Please keep all comments and questions clean and appropriate at all times because we do have children that will be tuning in as well to see who our special guests are for the evening, and also just kind of going back and seeing what tips and advice that we have on the show for that week or month. So again, please make sure that you keep everything clean and appropriate. Now, tonight on our show, we have the amazing Holly and Shaphan Sylvester. I'm super excited to have them on the show. So again, if you have any questions or comments for both of them, you may do so on our live chat. Now, if you would like to be featured on our radio talk show or our YouTube channel, please visit our new website, crowntalkwithburgundy.square.site to register today. So again, Crown Talk with Burgundy, and that's BYRGUNDY.square.site so that you can register to be on one of our infamous shows. Now, we do have a couple of announcements that we have to go over for our show before we get into our phenomenal guest speakers and guest of the evening. So congratulations to our Bonnie, our former Miss USA and now Miss Universe. She did it. Oh my gosh, USA brought home the crown and she is now the new Miss Universe. And I love something about her is that she's able to create her own clothes. She's embracing her culture. She's Filipino and American. So she is able to really embrace who she is. Now, unfortunately, I do have to add this to this conversation about our Bonnie because it's very exciting that she is our new Miss Universe. However, there has been a lot of issues that's going on in the media where people are saying that it is rigged. However, I don't believe it was. She won fair and square, and we need to understand that she is a person and an individual at the end of the day, and she also won fair and square. She has worked super hard for however long she's been in pageantry or however long this has been her dream to be Miss USA and to be Miss Universe. And unfortunately, we had already lost Chesley at the beginning of last year to all of the hate and, the things that she went through, and, she took her life. So unfortunately, we don't want that to happen to anybody else. So I think that we should encourage her, embrace her, and take her in our arms and, cheer for her because she did win Miss Universe. I mean, when you win a pageant, do you want people talking about you? Do you want people thinking that it's rigged? Think about that next time you want to post on social media, okay? So congratulations again to our Bonnie, our new Miss Universe and former Miss USA. So speaking of who is taking her place, we have Morgan all the way from North Carolina. She is our new Miss USA. So congratulations, Morgan. And we cannot wait to see what you are going to do with the USA title, with your platform, and being a role model for all the individuals in the world. Next up, we have a couple of pageants and organizations and fashion shows that we want to kind of talk about really quickly. We have Nationals Fashion Show Explosion. That is going to be coming up here in March. So stay tuned. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Crown Talk with Burgundy on our Instagram or Facebook page, or you can go to Miss Nation Nationals Pageant, their Facebook page, and contact the owner. Again, you can also contact Octavia Mallory-McCluskey, and McCluskey is McCleskey. And you can contact her all about the Nation Nationals Fashion Show Explosion. And guess what? They are actually hosting a pageant within the fashion show. So it's completely optional to do a pageant. However, it is really exciting to be able to attend a fashion show and get to show all your fashion uniqueness out there in the world. Next up, we have the AmeriFest National Pageant System. So, of course, we will be speaking a little bit about this pageant system with Holly and Shaphan a little bit later. However, I did want to kind of throw them in there. They will be having their national pageant July 23rd through the 25th, 2023 in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we're very excited to be hosting them here in the state of Tennessee. They have multiple state pageants that are coming up. They've already had their Kentucky state pageant. However, if you're still in Kentucky and you missed that Kentucky pageant, they have one in Kentucky Bluegrass. They have Ohio, Tennessee, Southern states, Virginia, Alabama, West Virginia, and of course, appointed titles that we will be talking about a little bit later. So if you want to join the organization, please head over to AmeriFestPageants.com. They welcome everyone from all ages. And even if you have a disability, they would love to include you as well. So everyone is welcome. Last but not least, for this week on our featured pageants, we have Miss Southeast Queen 2023 pageant. It is fastly approaching. It is going to be in Johnson City, Tennessee, February 24th to the 25th, 2023. So there is still time to enter, and you can be from any state, and they have produced national winners and international winners for years. So make sure that you head over to www.southeastqueen.org and they accept all ages. The thing I love about all these organizations is they actually, kind of what I just said, they have all produced national and international winners. So their national and international world title holders have went on to actually win other national pageant systems. I know that I was Miss US festivals this past year in 2021, and I absolutely loved my year of reign with AmeriFest organization to the point that I definitely came back to be on staff. And then also I was one of the Miss Southeast Queen. I was one of their Wonder Supreme, so the second highest title in their whole entire pageant. So I absolutely love being part of that organization as well and being able to, be a part of great organizations like that. So again, if you want your pageant to be featured, please don't hesitate to contact us again at crowntalkwithburgundy.square.site, or you can email us at ctwbdirector@gmail.com. I know everybody is like, when are we going to talk to Holly and Shaphan? Well, allow me to introduce one of my favorite couples who knows how to put on a production and a pageant production. Without further ado, introducing our special guest of the evening, Holly Sylvester and her husband, Shaphan.
Hey, Mallory.
Hello. How are you?
Hey,
well.
Burgundy, we're doing so good. And thank you for having us on tonight.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you all on this evening. I mean, we get to talk about, what your organization's all about, but also about AmeriFest and kind of get to know you all because we had some questions come in here. So I'm very excited to have you on and participating.
That's awesome. Well, we're so excited to be here, and we just appreciate you for having us on. And we are we the first on your YouTube for season 1?
Yes, for season 1, you are the first group. You're the first couple, you're the first people. So you're the first of everything.
Well, we're so honored to get to hold that for that position for Crown Talk. So we're excited.
Well, thank you so much for, attending and everything. So I want our audience to kind of get to know who you both are as an individual. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourselves individually? So Holly, you could go first.
Okay, sure. So my name is Holly Sylvester. I'm 38 years old. I'm a wife to Shaphan, my wonderful husband, and a mom to 3 beautiful children. We have 3 children together. Our oldest is 17, much too rapidly going on 18. Our middle child is our son, and he's 16 years old. And our youngest is our other daughter, and she is 12. And they are a wonderful group of kids. And we do this pageant adventure journey thing as an entire family. And everybody's involved and everybody has a part, and we work really well together. but I am the national appointed director for the AmeriFest system of pageants. So essentially, it's my job to make sure that any states out there that we don't have a live pageant in just yet, we find the right title holders and help them advance to AmeriFest Nationals so that they can see and understand what our system's all about. I'm also a prelim director in our home state of Tennessee. That means that I host prelim pageants, and I get the opportunity to send our title holders and our winners for those onto the Tennessee State Pageant in the AmeriFest system. And newly, as of last year, Shaphan and I are also the state directors for Alabama and Virginia and West Virginia as well within the AmeriFest system. So we have a tendency to bite off more than we can chew, but we have a lot of fun doing it. So that's me.
Yeah, and I have a tendency to start having to chew all the things that she bites off.
It's true.
It's like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. Honey, can you do that?
Yes, it's true. It's true.
So my name is Shaphan Sylvester, and like she said, we're state directors for Alabama, Virginia, West Virginia. It's just a joy to be a part of the AmeriFest system. It has been something that I've just fallen in love with since the moment that we got involved. Just the heart and the motivation behind everything, with it being community service, with it being open to everybody. It's a system that I'm proud to be a part of. Even though I'm usually in the background, either running lights or sound or encouraging and supporting the contestants. I don't get to be up on stage nearly as much as I'd like to be, but maybe that'll change soon. Who knows? I am Holly's husband and also volunteer firefighter, assistant chief in our small town community. So I get to help out with that as well. So we're very involved in the community support and volunteers.
Yeah.
Service and different things. So that's probably one of the things that I love so much about the AmeriFest system is just that focus on community support and volunteer service.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, as you all can tell, they are very, very busy. Not only do they have their kids at home and their own lives, they hold many, many attributes that's going towards the AmeriFest National System, which is being directors and a production team for their own pageants, not only with preliminaries, but state pageants. So I'm, goodness gracious, I absolutely love being able to go to their pageants. I think the first time I actually met you all was, I can remember right, was at the Miss Cannon County pageant back in 2019, and I was told a Miss Grand Tennessee title.
Yep.
And they laid the red carpet out from me, my mother, and my father, and we loved it. And we try to go back as much as possible to any of their pageants every year, whether it is a state pageant, whether it is a preliminary pageant. We always try to go and volunteer our time, or just be with them. Even if that means that I'm just in the audience cheering, I will be there.
It's true. And we love Burgundy so much that we've just basically adopted her. Anytime we're doing something, I always want to know, how can we get Burgundy involved in this?
Yeah, so I'm excited to announce that I'm actually their choreographer for both pageants. So I'm excited to be able to come back. And
we're excited about that.
Yes. I get to choreograph the dance, and it's a family environment when you are with Holly and Shaphan. So if you are not have an opportunity to actually get to be with them, that's going to be exhilarating. But we're going to go straight into some questions from our email, and then we have some topics to kind of talk about, and we've got some big news to talk about as well that Holly is going to be announcing a little bit later.
Just a little bit. We're excited about it.
So from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, they have asked, how did you get started in the pageant world, and how did it evolve into multiple pageants and productions? So Holly or Shaphan, both, one of you all.
Okay.
Do you want me to take this one?
Well, I'll start, but actually I think that you may have your own answer for this as well. I think I got started and involved in the pageant industry the way that most women find their way here, and that was through being a competitor as a young girl and as a teenager growing up. To say that I was incredibly shy would just be a massive understatement. And pageantry completely changed my life. And I always say that it helped me become the person I was always supposed to be, because I can accomplish things now. I can do things that I was never able to before. You know, speaking to you, doing this live stream, even just making eye contact. You know, I was that child who would hide behind my mother's leg and be terrified to be dropped off at school because I was going to have to talk to people. And through pageantry, just because I had a love for all things girly, and I think that's what convinced me that it was okay to be up on that stage, was when I got to wear the dress. And, you know, it just kind of drew me in, but it really did change my life. And as I grew, you know, eventually I got to have that title holder position, and that was the best year. I mean, it was one of the best years that I can remember. There are people who love competing, and then there are people who love the job. And I loved the job of being a title holder, and I never wanted to let it go. But, you know, I was aging out. Shaphan and I were about to get married, and I just felt like I was going to let competition go, but I didn't want to let pageantry go. And so we turned to, how can we do the job, or how can I do the job at the time without being a title holder? And so that's kind of where we ended up directing. We moved to a small town out here where we live now, and there's a little community festival, and somehow we ended up taking it over. And they said, we used to have this great pageant. And it was so funny. We're in this meeting, and the whole table full of people just looks at me. And I was like,
Holly.
So we took that on. We put our very first ever prelim pageant together in 30 days, right?
Yeah.
In 30 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we had just shy of 50 contestants. I think we had 40 some odd contestants that year in just 30 days. And my passion for pageantry and those things was just so renewed. And just that opportunity to invest in those young women and to try and instill in them the confidence and all the amazing things that pageantry did for me now in this next generation was just something that I can't even put into words. I have 2 daughters. Pageants are not their thing at all, but they love helping out and working behind the scenes. And they love helping offer that confidence and that stage presence, the other things that young women need with me to those girls when we travel around and do these pageants. So that's sort of my story.
Yeah. I got into it a little bit different. I got into it as most guys do. They married into it. So I'm looking forward to having your husband on our team.
He'll probably be there.
But no, really, when Holly and I were dating and she was involved in pageants, I would go and support her and encourage her. And then when she got that title and took it to nationals, and we got that whole experience,
Yeah.
and I proposed to her down in Orlando
At nationals.
Well, after nationals.
At nationals.
It was
Yeah.
at Disney World.
It was
wasn't
at
like
Disney World,
I didn't
but-
like get up on stage and outshine the.
But
the
he
queen.
drove down from Tennessee to Florida to
this.
propose to me at my national competition.
That is so funny you say that, because when my husband and I first were engaged, backstory audience, we were engaged, thought the love wouldn't last forever. Then we decided a year later that we love each other, and then we decided to get married a couple of years later. Anyways, the first time that he proposed, he flew down to Orlando and proposed at my mom's pageant.
Oh wow!
So that is so funny, because
great.
I know that with Shaphan, you always say, like, you always sing, like when me or Holly say something, you automatically think of it as a song, and I always tell Holly, my husband was singing, I'm not alone in this world.
Yeah.
So that is so funny that he drove all the way down to Florida to propose to you at your
Yep.
pageant.
Yep.
did.
I drug my dad down there with me. We went to this. My dad didn't know anything about pageants. We went to this national pageant, and yep, I proposed to her. I was super excited. That was a good day.
It was a good day.
You are a
True
winner no matter
pageant
what.
husband right there.
I know. And then from that point on, you know, he always said he married into it. He said that he became Mr. Tennessee.
I was Mr. Tennessee.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well,
but just,
I can definitely say that both of you all are so involved. I love being able to attend you all's pageant, because you have your family involved, you have your best friend's family involved.
Yep.
And you
Yeah, I
all
just
do-
drag them all in.
You all do it by yourself. You all, at one point, Holly was helping with, I think, the awards table, and also emceeing at the same time of directing the pageant when I had emceed, or not emceed, when I had judged both times. And I was like, how in the world is she doing this? And then you had
It's
Becca
a
doing
it's
all
a
the
labor of
background
love.
work. Like,
It's a labor of love, but I will say, I mean, we have the best team. We have
yes.
the best team. I think that that's more the key to our success than anything else, is that we have so many people who love us and who
Mm-hmm.
just want to be there because they love us and they love the mission and they love the goal and what we're trying to accomplish. And so they just show up, and we don't deserve them. We don't deserve you, Burgundy. We don't deserve
Yes,
my
you.
best friend Becca and her whole family, her children as well. You know, my
Yeah.
children, her children, everybody. It's just a team effort, and we
Mhm.
just, I mean, I can't say enough. We don't deserve the wonderful love and support that we get, but we are very, very grateful.
Well, I love that you all do have a team that is behind you, but it's a family, and
Yes.
it's more of people that love the Lord and that's able to
Yeah.
really combine and fellowship together. So that's what I love about not only the AmeriFest system, but also you all's pageants, because it's always, you feel the love in the air.
Yeah.
So before I go
That's
into more
true.
about couples, from Little Rock, Arkansas, they had actually asked, as a couple, how do you manage Pageant Positive, again, which is their brand? My
Uh-huh.
husband and I have tried to host pageants together, but it's so hard. So, do y'all want to answer that one?
Yeah, it's really easy. You just say yes and nod.
Husbands out there that
Their
are pageant
advice for the
husbands, you heard
husbands.
that.
There you go. Um,
Pageant boyfriends, yes, not.
I I have to say, I have certain, I think, strengths and knowledge of the industry. I feel like, and that's something that I bring to the table. I feel like I know what our contestants want,
Mhm.
but I could never make it happen.
Yeah.
And so Shaphan brings this whole other side where he is able to bring my vision to life. You know,
Yeah.
something that I couldn't do. I mean, more from the technical standpoint, but he is the creator of our website. He's the creator of most of our online marketing ad pages. You know, they look beautiful, but
Yes.
probably I just said, I kind of want it to look like this. And then he just makes it
Just
wonderful.
goes with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's the designer of our stage. He does our lights and our sounds. But then he also helps me think through like every single detail. So, you know, where I end, he begins, and it just
Hmm.
it works really, really well.
And I think that the biggest thing is understanding the
Hmm.
vision. And Holly is amazing at sharing her heart and her passion and her vision, and so much so that it's infectious. I mean, it's not normal for a random guy that loves technology to also love sparkly dresses, right? but
That's
but
true.
that infectious.
Depends on who's wearing them.
It depends
I
on who.
There
think
you go.
But it's that infectious desire to share that passion and share that vision. That's why your best friend who grew up playing basketball and sports and never would have done a pageant in a million years is like following
she
pageants and all
says
about it now.
she says all the time, you know, Becca, of course,
Hmm.
my best friend, and she's the other half of my brain. She's our stage manager. She does everything. And she always tells everyone, she goes, I cannot believe that you have me doing pageants of all things.
And you know what? It works. It really works. And
It does.
especially with both of you as a couple, you all work so well together to make sure that, on your side, Holly, you're making sure that the schedule's together and that
Yeah.
everything is going to run smooth, that the MC and book is, together, that everything's
Yeah.
ran right. But on the flip side, you have Shafin making sure
Yeah.
that the production, the music's going to run smoothly, that there's not going to be any cuts, that everybody's going to have music at all times. The
Yeah.
lights are going to light up at certain times. He had, the
Lord
voices are
Details.
willing.
going to, so he's making ssure that that whole process and the stage is looking right. Because I know at one point there was that you all had a pageant stage. I forgot what pageant it was, but the stage was supposed to be a certain way. And before the pageant started, Shaphan had that whole thing twisted around and was the right way somehow, some way in like less
That's
than 2
right.
hours. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay then.
Yep.
that was Virginia last year. We had a light, like one of our main spotlights, just stopped working, and well, it wasn't even that it stopped working; it was
Yeah.
flashing.
Yeah.
It was flashing on and off. I was
See,
like,
I
"This
didn't
is
even
not
know
going to
that
work."
happened. Y'all are so professional. I didn't even know that even happened. So like,
So
I get like, honestly, for any couples that are wanting to start pageants, it's about what
Teamwork.
the other person's strength is.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
exactly,
you've got to have the
exactly.
strengths there. I have Jarrett when I run the Miss Crown Talk pageants. I make sure that he is my tabulator
Yeah.
so that I
Yeah,
don't have to do anything like that. And my judges automatically are able to put it in and he sees it on his end. And I'm not even in there with him. He's in
yeah.
his own room. So it's just making sure that you work together as a collective team.
Absolutely.
So I
Exactly.
know that again, Holly and Shaphan do
And
that.
that's
Mhm.
exactly right. And you don't have to have all the skills to make it happen.
Yeah.
And if you can share your vision and share your passion and share your desires for what it needs to be,
Yeah.
then you can surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah. So
Ex-
I think my best advice to your viewer in Little Rock, Arkansas, who asked that question would be,
Yes.
know why you're doing this. Why are you doing it? Because if the purpose is to have a side gig and to make some money, it's going to be really easy to have a lot of fights and a lot of back and forth with your team, because the bottom line is you've got to make a dollar, and that's just not ours. That's not ours. Like we are truly trying to spread a message to these young women, and we're trying to instill in them that they are already enough, that they don't have to change who they are, that they can grow and that they can become that best version of themselves, and that it will help them not only when they walk on that stage, but all throughout the rest of their lives. And once I realized why I was doing this, it was really easy to find a team who said, yes, I want to do that. And so next thing you know, we're all working together and there's no arguments. So my best advice is know why you're doing it, and then surround yourself with a team who supports that mission and that vision.
Yes, exactly. And we did have a comment that just came in from Cassidy Sharp. She said they are the best. And I
No,
agree,
you're the
Cassidy.
best, Cassidy. You're the best.
We do love
Yes.
Cassidy very much.
So we're kind of talking about Pageant Positive, and you were actually kind of a little bit earlier talking about how you all create the website, or Shaphan creates the website and all the ads and all that stuff. So our next question comes from San Diego, California, and they have asked, how did you create Pageant Positive? I really love your website, and it is beautiful. I'm really wanting to start a blog about pageantry, and I'm not sure, where do I start?
Wow. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you. That's it was a really high compliment, and I really appreciate that. So I can take none of the credit for
That's
that
not true.
for that website, other than a few of the articles that were written on it. But to be perfectly honest, we just did a total redesign of that website, and I literally just told Shaphan I want it to feel like this, I want it to look like this, I want it to be exciting. And next thing I know, a few days later, he comes to me, he goes, something like this? And I was like, oh my goodness, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So it really is beautiful. And I thank you for that compliment. But as far as how we started, I don't know. I think that we knew we wanted to do more, and that we wanted to have a place that we could connect people around the positive aspects of pageantry. And I didn't know exactly what that looked like, but I did know, hey, look at there. There's our Virginia queens.
Some of
Hi,
them.
girls. Oh, there's me. But I think that we didn't know exactly what that was going to be like or what that was going to look like. But we just started doing things. We just started. He said, write some articles, and so I started writing articles, and he started taking some of the pictures from things that we had done, and he just kind of threw it together. And so I think if you want to start a pageantry-based blog, I think my best advice, again, is just don't do nothing. Do something. Just start. Even if you start with a notebook, a spiral notebook and a pen, and just start writing those things down, writing those ideas down. Decide what you're passionate about, and then center those things around it. And the people who share that passion will find you.
Oh, absolutely. And I
Exactly.
couldn't agree more. You've got to just get started. Things get better. I mean, when it's like a kid drawing a picture. You
Mhm.
ask a 2-year-old to draw a horse, they're going to draw a horse, but it's not going to look anything like a horse, right?
That's true.
But that's their horse, and they're so proud of it, and they're super excited. And as they get older and as they get more skills, it starts to look more and more like a horse, and you can like start identifying it. By the time that they're 8 or 9 years old, you're like, oh, that's a really nice horse you drew there, right? Blogs are the same way. I mean, there's so many free avenues to be able to jump on there and just like start writing, start putting your mission out there, start putting your information, the stuff that you have out there, and then once you kind of get that groove, you can start building upon that and getting that voice to be heard and add value to the world around you. I think that that's the most important thing, is because we all have a voice, we all have something of value to add, and we shouldn't be afraid to take a step out there and share that with the world, because there are people that need to hear what you have to say. And
That's
so
true.
I can't emphasize that enough. Just get started. Just start doing something, and the rest will just kind of work its way. You know, you don't have to have the skills to put together a website. There's plenty of people out there that can help you with that.
That'll come. Just start
Yeah.
by sharing what you're passionate about and centering your posts and your blogs around that. So that's solid advice right there.
Exactly. I don't really have much else to say other than just go out there and try. If you don't
Yeah.
try, then how are you supposed to succeed in
Yeah.
what you want to
Yeah.
do? So
Absolutely.
just start it up. If that means that you don't share it at first and you want to tweak some things, do so, and then share it with your social media friends, and then expand it. Maybe start making, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a writing blog. It could be a blog that's on Instagram, and you post a
Yeah.
photo and then you write everything down. And
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
what I've done in the past with
Yes.
my blog, for my personal blog. But just start somewhere, and I promise you will succeed at it, and you'll love it. Being able to, again, as they said, have that voice, being able
Yeah.
to change at least one person's life each day by them reading your blog. I promise it will be very successful.
Absolutely.
So everybody, if you are just now joining us, welcome to Crown Talk with Burgundy YouTube channel, season 1. We are live again with Holly and her husband, Shaphan. So we have some topics that we kind of wanted to talk about and get into. So we're going to take a pause from all of the questions from our emails. Again, if you are tuning in, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also you can join our chat as we are about to talk about AmeriFest Nationals, how excited they are about the Alabama and Virginia national or their state pageants, and also Pageant Positive website cover model contest. So we're going to be going into all that. So enjoy the chat, join in. I'll be reading them off. Actually, just got a message just now of Holly and Shaphan, and they said, "This is awesome. Your pageants sound like so much fun, and so do you guys. We look forward to hopefully trying your pageants one day." From Miranda Mullins.
Oh, thank you, Miranda. We really appreciate that.
We would love to have you. Come on down anytime.
And their pageants, again, they range from babies all the way up. So they don't
Yeah,
have a
that's
limit.
that,
Okay.
that was one thing that I've never realized.
Yeah.
Like before getting into pageants, it's like I thought it was just for like this certain group, but no, it's
Yeah.
for everyone,
For
and they
everyone.
love it. It's great.
Yes. Okay. So speaking of AmeriFest Nationals, how can they get their appointed titles to attend nationals through Pageant Positive?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to say if you are in one of our states that doesn't have a live in-person state pageant yet, hopefully you will soon, because we are expanding and growing all the time. We're adding new states and new live competitions literally every single year. So it's a really exciting time to be a part of the AmeriFest system. But if you're interested in one of those appointed titles, you can reach out to me, Holly, HOLLY, at pageantpositive.com. That's my email address, and that's going to be a great way to contact me. I'm sure we can probably get that down in the comments or something here in a minute, and just make sure that everybody has access to that. But yeah, I mean, if you can't reach out to me, and I'm going to tell you all about our system and what it's about. And then if it seems like that's a good fit for you, if it seems like you are a title holder who believes, or if you're a contestant who believes those same things and holds those same values as our system, then I'm going to recommend we move forward, and I'm going to help you walk the path to AmeriFest Nationals. And I have to say, I think nearly every national system has an appointed title holder program these days, but
Yes.
I feel like ours is different, and I'll tell you why. When you sign up as an appointed title holder, with most systems, you're just, you sign up, you pay the fee, and then they're like, here's your national paperwork, go. Well, we actually have a director for that job. So, if you were a Tennessee contestant and you competed at Tennessee, you would have a state director to guide you and help you get from the Tennessee state pageant onto nationals. Well, the one thing that AmeriFest does differently is they have a director just for those appointed titles. And it's me. So when you sign up for to be an appointed title holder for our system and you're ready to start your journey to AmeriFest Nationals, but maybe this is a new system for you, or maybe you have questions or you need help with your hotel or anything, that's my job. So when you sign up with us, you don't just get to go to AmeriFest Nationals, you also get me. And I genuinely love my job. And I love helping our contestants make it to nationals and have everything that they need along the way. I want everybody to feel super prepared, and it's just one of my favorite things.
Yeah, and it's amazing to get to know so many girls from across all of the United States, from Wisconsin and California, and these places that they don't get to have a local pageant, but yet we're able to step in and connect, and Holly does an amazing job of just kind of walking them through what to expect, what to know, what to prepare for. Can't tell you how many video chats and live streams. What do you think of this dress? Is this
It's true.
kind of thing? What do I do for this talent? But she just loves it.
I want those girls, our appointed title holders, to have the exact same amount of guidance and support that any other title holder from any other state would have. So I really focus a lot on them, and I really put a lot of work and effort into making sure that they've all got what they need.
Yes, and they're very invested in their title holders. As you can tell, they make sure that their title holders prepare, whether that's wardrobe, whether that's getting them sessions. They have amazing sponsors within the Alabama, Virginia, West Virginia, and appointed title era as well. So they're all about making sure that you have an exciting journey to nationals and not just, here's your crown and sash, go to nationals, good luck.
That's right.
Because sometimes some director or some, pageant systems are like, oh, you're an appointed title. Here's your sash and crown. We're not going to give you any guidance. And
good luck.
They're like, oh, well, have you done any community service? Or, they may not have the right wardrobe, or they're not understanding anything about the organization and what it's about because they're new to this organization. So being able to have you all as that appointed title director and making sure that they know the essential things they need for nationals is very quintessential. Which brings us to my next topic about AmeriFest Nationals and appointed titles and all that. Can you tell us their motto and tell us what's so important about it?
So absolutely. So the motto for the AmeriFest system is, it's more than just. And on most of our paperwork for a state pageant or for nationals, there's a question that says, what does the AmeriFest motto, it's more than just, ... mean to you? And I get so many questions where these girls are like, the sentence isn't finished. What does it mean? How do I answer that? And my answer is always, that's exactly right. The sentence isn't finished, because AmeriFest is more than just. They're more than just so many things. And what you think of when you think of a typical pageant is not going to be your experience with AmeriFest. It is more than just a crown. It is more than just a title holder. And you are more than just a contestant. You are more than just another girl or a number in the lineup. You matter. This matters. Let's make a difference together. And so I love that question, and that these young women get to answer that question that's sort of open-ended and really decide, what does that mean to me? So I'm not just another number. Okay, so what does this look like? And so for AmeriFest, our motto is, it's more than just.
Yes, and to add on top of that, to give you an example that it's more than just, they actually have a competition called the Alice competition. I'll let Holly kind of go in more depth about that, but they have that in honor of the national director, Diane's mother. So I'll let her take over with that. But you should hear what it's all about. And I think it's really cool that contestants get to go to interview and go straight into that phase of competition if they want. Again, it's an optional competition, but really learn more about the ALICE program.
Right. So the ALICE program is it typically happens after our interview program. It's a completely optional competition, but it's named ALICE, and it's ALICE, and it is for our national director's late mother. Her name was Alice, and it stands for A Life in Community Service. I think
Excellence.
I can't remember, but it's a life in community service, and so it's our community service award. It's our community service competition, and so essentially these contestants will have an opportunity to really kind of write a bio or like bring a portfolio with all of the community service that they've done and the things that have been passionate for them and that their hearts have been close to, and they get to bring that portfolio in front of our judges and hand it to them, and they get to give them like an oral presentation about what community service means to them and why it's so important. And then they get to stand there and they have this whole interview where empowers. Thank you, Cassidy. A life in community service empowers. I knew that. Just on the spot here. And then the judges are going to ask them questions about what kind of community service they've done and why this is important to them. And essentially, we're going to have a title holder just completely based on community service. It's a completely optional competition, but it's really at the heart of what the system is about.
Yes, and if you notice with a lot of systems, they have one community service project or one philanthropy that they're working with. But with the AmeriFest system, they don't. They are welcoming everybody's platform. They're welcoming everybody's philanthropy. And do they have a specific organization that they're going to be donating to for that specific pageant? Yes. However, it's somewhere that the pageant is actually going to be hosted at. So in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, they're going to have a specific one. Last year it was in French Lick, Indiana, and they had a certain philanthropy that they worked with. So it's really cool to be able to have the ALICE organization, but also be our ALICE program, and then also having the different philanthropies that we're working with AmeriFest organization. So they're all about, it's more than just a crown and a sash. It's what you do with that crown and sash and the voice that you're able to provide to others with your crown and sash. So I love that about it. But if you want to join the AmeriFest system, again, it's AmeriFestPageants.com. But if you want an appointed title, reach out to Holly. The website is PageantPositive.com. Is that correct? I want to make sure.
That's right.
Yep. Correct. Yes.
And my email is holly@PageantPositive.com as well.
Okay. And what is that? Because I'm going to type it in for you.
It's Holly, HOLLY, @PageantPositive.com. And while you're doing this, let me just say, I'm just going to give another plug here for the AmeriFest system. I think this system is for everybody. And quite literally, I think that AmeriFest has made it clear that they are for everybody, because we literally have a place for everyone. We do boys up to age 12. We have Mrs., we have Ms., we have married, we have women with children, we have babies, we have special needs. We have our modern Miss division just for women who are plus size. There's so many different ways to compete with us, and we want everyone to know that they have a place at AmeriFest. Yes. So not only are we faith and community service based, but additionally, we literally have a place for everyone. We want everyone to feel valued and valid and like they matter. So
did I hear correctly that they're opening up the special needs division?
Yeah. So
I heard that today too.
Yeah. So we have our STAR division, which is our division it's always been exclusively for girls and young women with special needs. But it's just some exciting news. They are now opening that up to young men as well. And so we already have some title holders who are coming to Tennessee State. And I hope really soon we're going to have our first Mr. U.S. Star.
Oh, and that division, I absolutely love it. I know that my sister queen, Ashley, she was amazing during the whole year. And then I've gotten an opportunity to work with Brittany this year as our reigning Miss U.S. Star. and she has been phenomenal. I've seen
I
her win
know.
at Kentucky. And actually, the cool thing about the STAR program with the AmeriFest system is they really grow as title holders. You see them
Yeah.
start from one place and they go to another. I'll give you an example. Brittany last year, when she walked on that Kentucky stage, I gave her that microphone. She looked at me like, girl, I'm not saying my name. But let me tell you now, when I helped Cassidy MC at Kentucky this past November, she goes, "Can I get on stage with you?" And she was
Isn't
ready
that
to get on stage.
amazing?
I was like, "That is so amazing," because
Yeah.
she had a huge growth, and that's what each one of our contestants, whether they are in the star division or they're in a different division, they grow with the
Yeah.
organization. So it was really
Absolutely.
exciting to see that growth spurt right there. And
Yeah.
again, she's national queen, so she's really got an opportunity to
Absolutely.
really be out in the forefront.
And
But
they're
yeah,
treated like national queens.
they
They're
are. They
not
are
off to the side. They're
No,
brought
they're
in
front
right
and
in,
center,
they're front. Yes,
and
they are treated just like
just like a title
everybody
holder
else.
should be.
yeah.
Yes. So kind of going more into depth about you being the director, both of you all being directors for this organization. How excited are you about the Alabama and Virginia live events this year?
We are so excited.
Really excited.
We are so excited. Our Alabama and Virginia events. This will be our second year
Yep.
that we have hosted these events, and they are absolutely just a joy.
They really are.
To really put on. And I would have to say that the families in Alabama and Virginia have just brought us in and just made us a part of their families, and we've made them a part of ours. So we cannot wait to get back. We have some changes this year that we're excited about.
Yeah.
We have new locations for both events. And our Virginia event, we're getting a little earlier this year.
Yeah.
Help our girls get to nationals a little bit more easily.
April.
What's that? Yeah. So
It's in
Virginia's going to come up first this year. So it's
quick.
April 15th and 16th.
You've got plenty of time.
It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine.
The person that runs the pageant, the person that gets ready for the pageant.
Yeah. So we'll be ready, Virginia. Don't worry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's all good.
But
Trust me, when they're ready, they are ready, and they put on a show. As I said, they put on a show and a whole production.
Well, we're going to be April 15th and 16th for Virginia and West Virginia this year. So those are going to be combined together. So we'll have, we welcome contestants from Virginia and from West Virginia to both compete for a title of Miss Virginia. And it's going to be in Bristol, Virginia this year. So we are so excited. It's a little closer to home for us, but last year we went kind of central Virginia. And so many of our contestants just basically said, let's move. Let's do this in Southwest Virginia. And we listened, and that's what we're doing this year. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, we got a great venue. We've been in communication with them, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're really, really looking forward to Virginia this year. And
then in Alabama, we are moving again. So we have a fabulous venue that we're so excited about. And it's up a little bit further north than last time, but still kind of centrally in Alabama. We're going to be in Decatur, Alabama, and it's going to be May 20th and 21st this year. So we're really excited about that and about getting to find out who our new title holders are going to be.
Yep, and we went down there just a couple of weeks ago and met with the venue and kind of laid out our vision and our plan and kind of got an idea of where the pageant will be held and where all the dressing rooms are going to be and where the big party is going to be held. It's going to be a blast.
Well, that is super exciting. I can't wait to attend both of them and get to meet all the new contestants that are going to be there, but also get to see a lot of the reigning queens that were there for the first ever live pageants. That was really exciting last year, being able to see everybody that attended. Now, you told me a little bit earlier today before we got on the show that you have some exciting news and that you were going to be announcing the award/party theme. And before you announce it, for everyone to know, at their state pageants, what they do is they have an award ceremony, and right after their award ceremony is the party. However, it's kind of combined. So everybody gets to wear their theme and they get to have exciting, they have music going
That's right.
while the awards are being announced. And everybody gets to come on stage and receive their awards and go back and sit down. And then after that, they get to have an exciting time. Last year was like a 90s neon theme.
Yes, it
So
was.
that was really exciting. They had the lights going. Everyone had their neon 90s outfit on while they were receiving their awards. You had the queens on crowning them in their cool outfits. And then they turned around and we had a dance party. And guess who the MCs were for the dance party? No other than Holly and Shaphan. And that was really cool because you really got to see the directors let loose a little bit. So that's
oh my goodness. I think
Yeah.
that there are still some videos of us in that party floating around of our epic dance moves.
I've spent hours scrubbing the internet trying to
That's
clear
right.
them out.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Ariana's
Oh yeah.
If you are not familiar with the lawnmower song, you need to be looking for that video, guys, because
Right.
that was something.
Oh, we had a blast. We absolutely had a blast. And yeah, you're exactly right. So for all of our preliminary awards, we didn't want to have like a stuffy awards ceremony where you're just sitting there and somebody comes up. And then we didn't want to prolong crowning because everybody's really looking forward to crowning. But we also wanted every single girl to be able to have an opportunity to get up on stage, be recognized for the amazing things that they've done and receive their awards and be celebrated as well. So Holly came up
You dancing? Yeah,
with,
I bet you do.
with this great idea to have, all of the prelims and optional awards,
Cassidy.
and then have an awards party and celebrate all of that before we did the
Look,
onstage
crowning is a lot of fun the next day, but it can be stressful, and it can be, that moment you have that build up, and then and then it's just over and it ends. And I thought, why not let's have a party. We'll do all of our optionals and our prelims the first day, and the end of the day, let's have a blast. Like, let's party. So
and you're comfortable too. You don't necessarily have to wear heels unless you want to. So you can be comfortable and everyone can just kind of
Absolutely.
let loose.
Yes.
Whether you're receiving an award, whether you're royalty, you're helping on stage and in the back, or whether you're just a parent that's there. It's really exciting. So
I
I'm
think
excited.
the parents had the most fun.
I do think the parents had the most fun. I think I could agree with that.
They really, really did. So without further ado, tell us.
Okay. Well, I'll first of all say this, that when we asked our contestants at both states after the state pageants was over, what they loved the most and what they, would change, overwhelmingly, that party and awards ceremony was the thing that they liked. So we thought, well, we're going to have to really go big on it this year. So we're trying to be in keeping with the theme for the rest of our other state pageants. Everybody's doing the Yellowstone Western kind of theme. So we're going to do a Western theme for the pageant. But our party is going to be, give me like a drum roll or... Okay. We're having a rhinestone rodeo, guys.
Oh, I love it.
We are having a rhinestone rodeo.
'Cause I'm a rhinestone cowboy.
So
you all see what I'm talking about.
yeah, it's true. I mean, this is just us for real. But guys, if you're in Alabama or Virginia or West Virginia, get your boots and your bling and
your rhinestones
and your cowboy hats and get ready, because we have some major amazing plans for these state pageants and this rhinestone rodeo. We are going to have a rhinestone rodeo. It's going to be a ton of fun.
That, you know what the song I thought of? Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. I don't know why. But that is the first thing that I thought of. But I love it. I love the theme. How did you come up with your theme this year?
Oh my goodness. Well, we first of all, we always take cues from our national director, who I don't think we've actually mentioned by name yet. So I'm going to go ahead and say she's the most amazing, inspirational, wonderful woman. Diane Turner is fabulous, and she all of this is because of her. And so I just want to take a minute and say how amazing she is. So
she really is.
Really is. Just to add on to that, I was a queen for her for a whole year and for state, so I guess a year and a half. And I loved being one of her title holders, and it was really
I think
exciting.
she loved you too, because she just decided not to let you go.
I know, and I didn't want to leave. I'm staying as the Queen's director.
So Diane Turner, our national director, sets the theme for our state pageants. She's also the state director for her home state of Kentucky and for my home state of Tennessee. And so she starts with Kentucky in November. And this year she said, I think I want to go with like sort of a Western theme, and it's kind of a Yellowstone kind of feel. And so we did Kentucky in November, and we have Tennessee coming up in March. And then in April, we'll have Virginia, West Virginia. And then in May, we'll have Alabama. And so we're kind of sticking with their theme. But as we were kind of talking about our party, we just wanted it to be really fun and really different. We wanted everybody to have their pageant twist on the Western thing. So we said, what about a rhinestone rodeo? So we're excited about it. And I think you may even, when I'm Burgundy, I'm sure you'll be there. And when you are, I think that you'll enjoy getting. We're planning some legitimate like rodeo events. I think for this.
We've got some things
you
up
told
in
me
the
a
air.
couple of ideas.
Indoor sort of,
Yes.
but it's gonna be different. A little bit of a different feel than our '90s dance party last year, but just as fun, maybe more fun. So we're excited.
Well, I'm excited for you all, and I cannot wait to bring out all the bling and the cowgirl,
Yes,
cowboy outfits, and just to kind of plug in our national director's her boutique. If you do want to buy anything that's blinged out or that's rodeo or cowgirl boots, hats, or anything that's dealing with a cowgirl outfit or cowboy outfit, just head over to the Wild Huckleberry. She has her own boutique, and she has nothing but boots and hats.
and they're online. Yeah, check them out for sure.
Go online as well to the Wild Huckleberry, or put them on Facebook or Instagram, or go straight to the Richmond Mall, and they are in there.
You can just do that.
Yeah, you can do that as well. But no, that's really, I cannot wait to see everyone's outfit. So again, you first heard it here on Crown Talk with Burgundy YouTube channel that it is going to be blinged out, cowboy boots, cowboy hats, just everything blinged out. I'm really excited.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We have some big plans, so we'll reveal a little bit more as we kind of get things solidified. But for now, that's what you get. We are having a rhinestone rodeo.
Woohoo! Yeehaw! Okay, so last but not least, let's talk a little bit about Pageant Positive. You have your website, but you have a cover model contest. So tell us a little bit about that cover model contest.
So I'm really excited about this. So as we did this big redesign just within the last couple of weeks for our website, we realized that we had a real need for some amazing women and young women who believe with their whole heart about putting the positive in pageantry and in the ways that they feel empowered to do that themselves. So we have a short questionnaire in our photo contest where we want to hear about how you do that, how you feel like that's what you bring to the table in terms of positivity and pageantry. And then you also would submit a couple of pictures. And what's really exciting is that those winners that are going to be selected over 6 different age divisions. So we'll have a winner in 6 different age divisions, including star. So we'll have a special needs model on our website at all times.
Exciting.
They're actually going to be the girls who,
the face of Pageant Positive. They're going to be on the website. They're going to be on the social media.
Absolutely.
Because these are the women and ladies and young ladies that exude that positive atmosphere that we want to promote. We really want these ladies to be able to have a platform where they can be that example and that shining light to other girls and other women that may be interested in pageantry, that may be involved and maybe had a bad experience, but see that there's a better opportunity.
So the thing I think that makes this cover model contest, for our brand a little bit different than most is that we want to hear your story. We want you to tell us how you, what exactly our question says. It says something about how you make a difference in the world around you. Like what can you do? And it doesn't matter to me if you're 3 years old and you're just going to share a smile, or if you're a grown woman who says, I try to be an example to, my classroom of students in this way or in that. These things are really important to me personally that this is not just another pretty face. I mean, yeah, we love the beautiful pictures, but we want to see the heart behind each girl. And then we want to give them this amazing modeling opportunity to be the face of our brands, to be all over our website, to be all over our social media, to be all over our, state pageant paperwork and everything for an entire year. So we have 6 different age divisions. There will be a cover model chosen in each one, including our special needs and stars. And we have it, I think it's from 3 years old all the way on up to women. So we want women, we want little girls, we want preteens and teens, and then we definitely want a star winner for special needs. And
the overall winner across all the age divisions is going to win a $100 grand prize, just for
that's right. That's right,
entering.
Burgundy. So that's going to be our overall winner. So we're going to have, go ahead. So it's only $25 to enter. And you'll send us up to 3 pictures, and then you'll fill out our short questionnaire. And guys, I can't stress this enough. Don't skimp on those questions. That question, I mean, that's just as much a part of it as how beautiful your picture is. So we want to see your beautiful face. We want to see your beautiful heart too.
I love that. I love that you're giving an opportunity to not only a certain age range or a certain group, and I love that you're also giving them an opportunity to tell what they think that pageant positivity is. And that's very essential in today's age. Again, as I was talking about Arbani, our Miss Universe, you have people that are tearing others down, and that's not what pageantry is about. It's about a sisterhood or a brotherhood. It's also about being able to have a voice for others, and being able to learn and take whatever you're learning from pageantry and taking it further into your daily lives. So being able to see that you're saying, here's a questionnaire, not only here's the photos, but here's a questionnaire, fill it out. We are going to see who really is the brand, who is the person that embodies Pageant Positive. I think that's super important that you all are doing that. And I love that you're doing that as well.
Well, it's our favorite. We're excited about it. We hope that that a lot of people want to participate, and that we get to hear a lot of stories. And, as an additional thing, I think each of our winners is going to be featured on our website, not only their pictures, but I mean, I'd love to talk to them more and tell their story through one of our blog posts. And even if you don't win, I mean, tell me your story in our questionnaire, because I may reach out to you even if I say, you weren't our cover model this time, but I really want to hear more about you and your story. You could still be featured on pageantpositive.com, just because that's a story we need to get out there. So definitely, you guys don't skip on that questionnaire.
I would love to be able to collaborate with you all and whoever is your winner, or even if they're not a winner and they actually have a very pivotal and important message, or a good story to share, and that they might want to share it globally. I would love to have them on the radio talk show so that they can talk more in depth about it, about their story, and about, whether it's their platform and so forth. So I would love to be able to collaborate with you all.
Let's get it out there. Let's spread the positivity. I love it.
Whether it's, we do the winner, first runner-up, second runner-up, and we can talk more.
We'll talk. Yes, I like this. Okay.
I love that, and I love what you all are doing. So thank you so much. I hate to say this, but we have come to the end of our show today, and I am so excited that you all have been able to be on the show, talk a lot about your brand, but also the AmeriFest system, and just everyone getting to know what amazing directors you all are as individuals.
Well, thank you so much. We really can't thank you enough for having us on tonight and for giving us the opportunity to just share our hearts and just talk with your viewers. So thanks again.
Thank you so much. And I will be talking to you all very soon, and hopefully be seeing you all soon as well.
That sounds good. We love you, Burgundy. Thanks again.
Love you all too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Holly Sylvester and Shaphan Sylvester. Did I not tell you that they were amazing? I think I did. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So again, you were able to see, you can head over to pageantpositive.com. Again, I can go ahead and tag again one more time if you want to write it down, Holly at pageantpositive.com. If you want to email her about any of the opportunities that her or Shaphan have talked about today on our show. Thank you to all of our fans, sponsors, viewers, and listeners for all of your love and support. Remember to follow us on our Instagram at Crown Talk with Burgundy and Burgundy Burgundy is BYRGUNDY. Or you can find us on our Facebook page, which again is Crown Talk with Burgundy. Next up, you can head over to our website at crowntalkwithburgundy.square.site. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. I leave you with my favorite quote: "You're never too young to be a role model."